Hi. It's been about a month and a half or so since I've done a video on here. Sorry about that. I've just been busy and I've been focused on working on me, self growth stuff, sleep processing, trying to come to terms with a lot of, my freakouts and issues with FE, like trying to understand the FE side of myself, trying to see the positives in FE, a lot of that kind of stuff. And working with my wife, who's also watching the classes, and I've typed her and helping her understand the system and trying to get her involved with the community a little bit. Probably be joining the Facebook groups sometime soon, I'm guessing. And I've just been focused on me, and thinking about doing videos was it was like I couldn't come up with anything to do. I just recently, the end of February, I had my 1 year anniversary of being in the class. I thought about doing something about that, just to talk about it. This is kind of that, I guess. When I joined the class, I had consumed maybe, I don't know, 60, 80% of the YouTube objective personality stuff, David Chan's videos. And I was really wanting to get officially typed by them. And I knew I had to join a class to do that, and then you had to be in the class for 2 months at that time. And so my thinking at the time was, I'm going to jump in, do 2 months, get typed, get my type, and then I'm done. I was like, at that time, like, that's all I wanted. And then getting into the class and sort of realizing the power of knowing this stuff and being able to type yourself, which I was terrible at, and then typing other people, which I'm not that good at either, but just understanding the differences between people, that we're all kind of having our positives and negatives, and self-growth. And at some point it just clicked, like, this stuff is really, really good and powerful and helpful. And even not knowing your official type and understanding that we're all kind of different, and because I just sort of went through life, sleep last, like assuming everyone had, should be like me, and then when they're different, it's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And now having the ability to say, this person's not like me because they probably have different functions, different animals, modalities, all that stuff, and not judge people so harshly, not even judge myself so harshly. It's like understanding myself. I'm kind of rambling, but basically, I've been in the class over a year now, and I'm gonna stand as long as I see the benefits I'm getting from it, and using what I'm learning in my relationship with my wife has improved dramatically. I mean, not that it was completely terrible or anything. It was in a good place, but it's like whenever you're in a relationship for a long period of time, you start to see little areas where you're like, oh, okay, when we talk about this, or when we deal with this, one of us or both of us are awkward and weird, so let's avoid that topic. When you're both sleep last, which I think she sleep last also. If you're healthy and you're processing stuff, you don't do that. You see those situations like, hey, wait a minute, which is what we're doing now. It's like, hey, wait, I see that one of us or both of us are being weird right now. What is this? What's going on here? And it's not an argument or a fight or anything. It's, hey, wait, we're both seeing the value in working on this stuff. Here's a situation right now, we're both seeing it, obviously, where I'm weird or you're weird, or we're both being a little weird. What's going on? What's happening? I have these functions. I think I see what's happening in me. Are you able to see what's happening in you? Okay, it's like, for me, I go into this NT mode of, ooh, here's a puzzle that I can solve. Let's understand what's going on here. And then I can understand the why of what's happening. It's just like, oh, okay. Once you see, oh, this is why this is happening. This is why. Like, I think she has masculine TE. I have masculine TI. Sometimes she'll just be like bulldozing me with her T. And mine is personal. And it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm seeing that I'm a little annoyed, triggered, like I'm not being respected. And I'm like, this is just her doing her masculine TE. My TI is just another idea. There's no, like, I've talked about CBT before, cognitive behavioral therapy. I'm still just kind of basically scratching the surface of understanding what it is. But some event happens, we perceive it, and we're adding some meaning to it, and then that affects our thoughts, emotions, behaviors after that. It's that perception, that meaning that we're adding to the event, where I'm really being able to catch myself early when I'm seeing, oh shit, I'm putting some meaning on this thing that just happened right here. And fuck, I can analyze that and say, okay, is that really an accurate thing to be putting on there? This is in every difficult situation, like tough situation where one of us or both of us is being triggered, acting in a particular way. I can spot me doing it. I can even spot her doing it. Like, okay, you seem a little weird right now. What's going on? Not like, hey, I'm judging you way, but in a like, hey, let's figure this out, because this is an opportunity for us to not have that weird, awkward situation that we kind of avoid. It's like we're both seeing the benefit of, hey, let's analyze this, see what's going on here. We're both coming to it with a good intent of, we want to make a good thing, which we have between us, better by addressing these weird things where one of us or both of us is awkward. And we're able to analyze all of these situations, all of them, from the point of view of objective personality, our functions, the modalities, animals, and all that, and demons, saviors. And you go forward with a better understanding of those situations, where the next time something like that arises, you're like, oh, this is that same kind of situation. I see what's happening here. I don't have to be awkward and weird about it. Oh, okay, this is it. Okay, I understand it. And I'm cool. Like, before all this event would happen, there'd be this big trigger, difficulty fighting, arguing a little bit, and then be quiet and don't talk about it, avoid it, and then fearful that another situation like this would arise where the same thing would happen, avoid that and get weird and awkward. Now it's like the event comes, there's a tiny little blip, and you're like, oh, that's that thing. Oh, okay, I understand it. I have the sleep processing now of having worked through play and blast and whatever. I get it, because we talked about it, we understood it, we NT puzzled it out. Shit, okay, that's what it is. And now you get this little blip. I just blasted like crazy there, or even sleep processed, whatever. But the point is, being in this class has helped me immensely in all sorts of ways. Not even to mention my social anxiety, which it's still there, but the intensity, the level of it it's drastically reduced. I couldn't see myself blasting or playing at all when I joined the class. I was certain I had to be sleep first, consume, blast. I'm like, I'm not even seeing that. Play, I know I'm not doing that. To where I am today, which is like, I see that I blast a lot. Even if it's just getting started on things, that side of the blast. Teaching my known information, moving the tribe. But I don't see that I do that much. If it's an area that I'm interested in, that I know about, and people want to hear what I have to say about it, of course, there's no hesitation to do that. But to play, where I wasn't seeing I ever did it, now I see if it's on something that's in my IJ box, I'm almost always ready to play, interact. Someone throws me the ball, I add to it, throw it back and forth. If it's topics that I'm interested in, of course I'm going to do that all day. I like doing that. So, yeah, just that I've changed so much being in this class. My social anxiety is like much, much, much lower. I'm seeing the play, the blast, the sleep. I'm sleep last. It's my first function, NI, my third function, TI. I would say so. Glass lizard. So I see that as an IJ having sleep last, it is, if I'm going to have any animal last, it's pretty good that it's sleep because my first function is NI. I'm using that all day. I'm pretty good at that. I'm not doing a lot of the sleep stuff, the identity stuff, the working on my worldview stuff, the organizing my known information to be able to teach it. I'm not doing that much of that, the sleep end of things. But now that, like, I'm doing the NT puzzling on things that aren't really related to me per se, I just do it on everything, not me related. And now that I understand what sleep is and how I see the value in working on your identity, and I'm using TI all the time too for work. I'm NT, I'm double deciding, I'm NT puzzling everything but me. Now I'm like, oh, I can use that NT on myself, which is like not something I do. Like understanding I can do that, it's like, okay, well, let me just try to do that. And I push myself to do it. And I'm like, okay, shit, this isn't that hard. I just have to figure out how to do it and the way that works for me. And then I got to keep repetitively pushing myself to do it. And still discovering areas of sleep that maybe I can't see at the moment. I'm starting to see different ones over time. And just catching when I have the thought of, oh, this is something I should sleep process, and not doing the thing where I've always done, which is just push it away. Now saying, oh wait, I need to take note of that. Grab a pen and paper, write it down. Even just start doing it right then, which is usually better, I've noticed, for me. And instead of just write it down and then eventually, yeah, I'll do that. I can ignore those sometimes, I've seen. So it is better to just stop, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and write. Write everything I can think of. Puzzling it out in the moment. I definitely am seeing the value of that. And that's something I've never done, and I never would have done if I didn't join Objective Personality class. So this is a crazy rambling mess here. I get that. But I basically just wanted to get a video out because I hadn't done one in a while and talk about my 1 year in the class and the benefits I've seen in just a year in myself and in my relationships with others. It's been fucking huge for me. And I'd like to, on this channel, keep it going, doing conversations with people. I enjoy the group conversations that I've had, like more than one person. The interview thing is not really my thing, because I think for me, I don't mind going on other people's interview one-on-one. I like it, actually. I enjoy it. But for me, I like those kind of conversations to be in person, one-on-one, like with no audience. Just getting to know someone like one-on-one. I actually prefer one-on-one to like a group, which is funny because I like doing the group things on here because people are watching, and it's like you can have more minds involved and see more of the puzzle. One-on-one, I don't know. For me, it's hard to put into words. Sorry, I'm demon sensory there. Having multiple people, like 3 or 4 people, 5 people, I don't like it to be too big either because that can be a little too much chaos for me. But like 4, it's like, and especially if everybody's got little differences, those differences get highlighted when everyone's talking and there's play going on and back and forth. You're like, oh shit, you see things where if it's just one-on-one, you're still seeing things, but the complexity of having multiples there, it's like stuff comes out that you would never see one-on-one. So I really do enjoy those. I stress myself out a little too much, I think, planning those. It's like coming up with all the questions and asking the organizing of it. I couldn't do them like once a week or multiples a week. It's like if I set up systems where pretty much asking the same kinds of questions all the time, which to me, just even the thought of it and just starting to say it, it's like, okay, that's fucking boring. I don't want to do that. I want to do something where I'm thinking of new questions every time that fit the situation, like coming up with a topic and something juicy, something that people will be interested in, and then coming up with some really good questions peppered in there. And I like that sort of thing. And so I'd like to do more of that. I'd actually like to have find the right match for me, maybe one or two other people, and then we could be like a team that did this sort of thing, and bring on new people, so it's a mixture of people, something like that, where we could each like do parts of the whole. And I'm not good at any like the SF stuff for the channel, and the images and things. I can't push myself to do that at this stage of my life. I got other shit going on, and I see the value of doing it for sure. And I envy the people that put a lot of effort into the SF side of their channels and stuff. And that's pretty fucking awesome. And I see the value in it, of course. It's not something I'm going to do. And I'm not doing this for money or any of that shit. It's I see the value in objective personality and applying it and understanding it, understanding your own type, understanding others and how we're different and how we're the same, and how we all have shitty types and good types. Each type has got pluses and minuses, and growth mindset over fixed is more important to me than any type. I mean, if you're growth mindset, you're good in my book. It's like any differences are trivial. So this is a rambling fucking mess. I get that, but I wanted to get a video out, and I've said that already. So this is it, and I'm not editing this because I don't fucking have time for that shit. So if you're in the class or thinking about getting into the class, what's your goal? Or is it just to get typed? Jump in the class, consume as much as you're able to, get your money's worth, and start to get the idea of how powerful this is. And if you've got issues and stuff, learning this and then applying it, it's like you instantly start to see, holy shit, this is fucking powerful tool to understand yourself and fix issues. And just good luck, and leave me some comments if you're applying this stuff in your own life and situations and you're seeing the benefit for yourself. It'd be nice to hear stories for others to hear it and see it, because it's absolutely helping me in tremendous ways. And I just talked for 20 minutes just out of my head. It's like I didn't sit down and write anything, or it's fucking blast first. So you got the raw blast. Thanks for following my channel. I know I don't put out a lot of content, and maybe that's positive or negative. I don't fucking know, but I'd like to do more of these. And it's certainly something that I'm thinking about, like having some shows and conversations. And if you have ideas for some future shows on here, you can throw them in the comments, and I'll read everything, and I'll probably comment on everything. I have ideas, and then I sort of play them out in my head, and then realize I don't really want to do them, because it's got to be like, oh my god, that's really a good topic, and people would like it, and I have to get something out of it, or I'm not going to be, I'm not going to put in the effort that I want, and I'm not going to do it if I'm not putting in the effort. So you know what I mean? It's like, whatever. I don't have to ramble on. All right, take care, peace, see you guys.